Hi everybody, you're very welcome to today's video, which is brought to you by Clare Local Development Company under the Social Inclusion and Community Activation Programme. As always, we hope that you have enjoyed the video series so far. Today's video is going to start out by looking at helping you to prepare for the interview journey. It is one of 5 videos which will focus on giving you the skills that you need to attend an interview and do your very best. As always, the contact details for all of the staff, including myself, will be at the last slide. If you want any more information or you want to access the previous videos, please go to www.cldc.ie, where you'll find lots of information about the supports offered through Clare Local Development Company on our website. Reach out to us at any time. We will be happy to help you if you have an interview coming up and talk you through some of the things that you're learning on the video. In the meantime, take care, and I will talk to you in next week's video, which once again will look at bringing you further along in preparing for the interview.
The topics covered during this video include what is an interview, what to do when you are invited to an interview, the key preparation tasks you have to do, which include reviewing the job description, researching the company, and finally knowing your CV and the application form. Okay, so what is an interview? The purpose of an interview is to evaluate you and your capabilities, to assess your ability to contribute to the role, and to see how well you might fit into the organisation. The employer also wants to present the organisation to you so that you will accept the job if it is offered. An interview is not an interrogation. Remember that the interview is a two-way selection process. It is there to allow you to get to know the company, but also for the company to get to know you. And remember, getting to the interview stage means you have passed the first stage of the process, which is an excellent achievement in itself. What to do when invited to the interview? So once you are invited to an interview, it is so important to respond to say that you are available to attend. It is extremely important to confirm this with the employer. Next, you will need to do your homework and find out as much information as you can in order to help you prepare and to feel ready for the interview itself. It's very important to be clear on the date and the time of the interview in order to ensure you are not late for your interview. The location of the interview. Some companies have a number of locations, so it's very important to be clear on where you have to go to. The type of interview. So will you have to complete a skills test, prepare a presentation? It may be a competency-based interview. So this is extremely important to know, especially for your preparation prior to the interview. We will explain in detail also what competency-based interviewing is in the next week's video. And finally, who are the interviewers? How many will there be and what are their names? This is very important as it may throw you on the day if you are only expecting one person interviewing and you actually had 2 or 3 interviewers. Once you have gathered all of the information on the logistics and the type of interview you will be sitting, the next stage of your preparation is to sit down and analyse the job description. So generally, this is the only piece of information you have on the role at this stage of the process. So it's important to make sure you use that information that you have to sit down, fully examine what will be required of you and exactly what they are looking for in the ideal candidate, as this will certainly help frame how you are going to prepare for the interview. So in terms of making a list, so firstly, take note of what are the key competencies that they have noted down as being important, and that could be teamwork, communication, problem solving. Sometimes they don't specifically say the competency, but by reviewing the job description and the roles and duties that's involved, you can clearly see the competencies that lie beneath them. The specific requirements of the role, so sometimes they note down the number of years of experience you require, if you require any certificates, so they may ask questions on these elements as well. And finally, personal attributes, what they are looking for in their ideal candidate. And that could be that the individual is reliable, efficient, trustworthy. They may frame some questions to try and analyse this side as well. So making sure you sit down, review that job description and start making a list of potential areas they could question you on. Okay, so the next step then in your preparation is to research the company. So you can do this by checking out their website, looking at LinkedIn, or even just going on to Glassdoor and seeing if there's any reviews about the company on there. I always recommend even just putting the company into Google. You can find out a lot about them there. So information to watch out for, and I suppose to be ready to answer questions on, would be what do they offer in terms of products or services, or what do they do? Who are their customers? Have they received any awards recently or had any publications? Have they any exciting projects coming up? Is there news about the industry in general? And finally, the company's competitors. So generally, a lot of this information will either be found on the website, if you have a good look through all the different sections of the website, or alternatively, Googling, and you can find out as much as you can there on the company. Okay, so finally, make sure you know and review your CV prior to the interview. A lot of people will tailor their CV for each company and role they are applying for, so make sure you sit down and you're reviewing the CV that you would have sent in to the specific company you're interviewing with. So thoroughly familiarising yourself with your CV, exceptionally important. Also, if there was an application form that you submitted, making sure you fully review that, as you may be asked questions on either of those documentation. Pay particular attention to things that you may have listed as accomplishments or achievements, and be prepared to discuss them. And that could be throughout your educational background, your experience, or even your personal interests and hobbies. And also, just to note on that, your interviewer may try and develop rapport and break the ice with you based on your interests and hobbies, so make sure you know exactly what you mentioned there. Okay, so overall, preparation will help you relax, give you the confidence to answer those tough questions due to the preparation you've put in. It shows the interviewer that you are motivated, well researched and interested in the role. It proves that your skills and experience match the job specification, and overall it will help and improve your chances of being offered the position. Thank you for listening to this video on what is an interview. The next video will go through interview preparation, what questions you should prepare to answer at interview, what competency-based interviewing is, and explains the STAR technique. So please be sure to tune in. In the meantime, contact Samantha and her colleagues for support using the contact details on the screen. Visit the Clare Local Development Company's website on www.cldc.ie for more information on the Social Inclusion and Community Activation Programme. The very best of luck to you.